Hi everyone! So this video is going to be all about interview makeup and how I do my interview makeup, which is pretty close to the same way that I do my everyday makeup. So I already put my concealer on. I just got home from work and I washed my face and put my concealer back on. So I'm going to start with my base. To start with, all of the makeup that I use right now is by Unique because I just love their products, so I only use theirs right now. So first I'm going to start with my foundation. I use a liquid foundation and just a sponge here. So put a little bit on my sponge. I don't know how you apply your liquid foundation, but I put mine on my sponge first and then I put the sponge onto my face and spread it around that way. I know people do it different. That's just the way I like to do it. Also, I don't usually do my makeup in front of a camera, so this may or may not work out the way I want it to. We'll see. I also always drag my foundation down my neck. That way you never end up with a line right here. Alright, so there's my liquid foundation. And then I go to a powder to set it with my little powder brush here. And my powder and my foundation are the same color. Sometimes I use a different color. It just kind of depends on what time of year it is and what skin color my skin is at that point. Alright, so my skin's already looking quite a bit smoother than it usually does. Then I do my blush. This is the order I always do my makeup in. Is that weird to always do it in the same order? So for interview, I use this mauve colored blush. And I just put it right on my cheek right here. And that's all the blush I use on my cheeks. But I also put blush on my eyelids. And I do this because it makes my eyes a little bit brighter. And it also gives a really good base for my eyeshadow when I put that on. So then I go to my bronzer, that way, and I put my bronzer right above my blush and right below my blush on both sides. I also put it right above each eyebrow, down the nose, and on each eyelid as well. Why? That's just how I like it. Next, I would normally take a tissue to my face just to blend everything, but I guess we'll do that last now. So I'm going to move to my eyeshadow. And I use a cream eyeshadow because Unique's cream eyeshadow is creaseless and it's awesome and I love it. And it's this color, if you can kind of see it. I use a bronzy gold, really, really shiny pot there. And I like to just take some out of the pot and onto my brush, and then put it from my brush into the lid. And just kind of smush it into the lid there. That way I don't get too much on at a time. So I'm just going to come in real close here. And I cover my whole eyelid with this. I know it seems like a lot of sparkle, but it's not, I promise. So there's one eye versus the other eye. And I just do the same thing to the other one. Get it pretty close to the same. Then I go to my pressed powders. For this one I use a palette just of browns and golds. So I start with this brown one, this medium brown one, and I take it just on the outside here, just a little bit, to create a little bit of definition. Same thing on this side. Then I grab the lightest color on here, and I do the whole rest of the eyelid with that one a couple times. You can kind of see it there. Same thing with this one. Kind of did something weird on this side with that dark, but that's okay. Then I take my eyeliner, and for a natural look I use this gold color, and I love my gold eyeliner. So, and I do it pretty heavy because it is a fairly lighter color. And I do it all the way across, and I drag this out just a little bit in the corner here. Just like that. And same thing with this side. Just like that. Then, where am I at? I do my mascara. And when I do my mascara, I always curl my eyelashes. Always, always, always. And I curl them as much as I can because I like the way it looks. It makes it so I don't have to use as much mascara, and it makes my eyes seem a little bit more open. Don't know if you can really see how that's curling there, but it works pretty well. Just like that. Then I take my awesome 3D Plus fiber lashes that I absolutely love. You use the big one, and then you use the small one, and then you use the big one again. So, I like to hold them like this. Small in front, big one in back. Open them both up. Pull out this nice wand. So this is the transplanting gel that I put on first here. I like to put quite a bit on there. Give a good base for the fibers to stick to. So then, before it dries, I grab my fibers here and I brush those on. Then I like to let this eye sit while I do this eye, those first two steps again. Then I go back to my first eye and I put my second coat of gel just to seal those fibers in there so they don't get all over your face. Like that. Then I go in here and I do the bottom ones. And the bottom ones I don't wait in between on coats. Holy cow, I am making a mess. So I just do right gel, fibers, and then I just go right back in with the gel. Because I have pretty long, full bottom lashes anyway, and so it seems to be a little too much if I wait for all of those fibers to make sure and be stuck down. So I'm just going to do the same thing with the other eye. Do the second coat over those fibers here. Make sure and cover them really good so you don't get them flaking onto your face. Then I'll go do the bottom ones. And then fibers. And the transplanting gel again. Got a little bit more on that side than I did on this side. Boy, I'm making a mess. I need to do my makeup in front of a camera more often, apparently. So, that's pretty much my eye makeup for interview. Then I move on to my lips. And I start with my neutral colored lip liner. I always wear lip liner. And it's very neutral colored. It just looks right like the color of my lips there. Then I use, for interview, oh, sorry, gotta readjust, my feet are falling asleep. I use a lip stain by Unique. This one's called Shy. It's a really light colored. I always wipe off a little bit of the excess. I just rub that on there. I always do a few coats of it. Because I like the color it gives me. So while that dries, I grab my trusty little eyebrow brush here and I shape my eyebrows how I like them. Then I grab my cute little angle brush and my eyeshadow palette again. And again, I use the same lighter brown, even though I have really dark eyebrows. If I go with the darker color, it goes really dark. So I just get a little bit of that, and I just fill in some of my eyebrows because I have kind of splotchy eyebrows there. So I just kind of fill them in and shape them to where I like. Same thing with the other side here. Just like that. Then I grab my trusty gloss, stick it on top of my lips. And that's how I do my interview makeup. So just to get a little better angle here. See how the blush gives my eyes just a little bit brighter look? And that's all I do. Well, that's pretty much all I do. I forgot one little thing. I add black liner right on my ridge right here. And it just gives it a little more definition, makes it look a little more finished and put together. And for me, it opens my eyes up and makes them a little bit brighter too. So that's what I recommend for interview. Again, it's all open to interpretation. Yeah, I can talk today. But I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you could see my video. The lighting wasn't the best. Anyway, good luck with your pageant interview, and thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget to hit the button down below and subscribe and like it and comment and all that fun stuff. And I will see you later for more videos. Thanks. Bye.